Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are new to our channel, we are the dynamic mother daughter duo here on YouTube. And on our channel, we discuss all things love, life, relationships, and pop culture from both the millennial perspective, myself, Sammy Nicole, and the Gen X perspective, my beautiful mother, Fifi. And if you like our content, you like our channel, you like what we stand for, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We also ask that you please make sure you click the notification bell and select all so that you can get notified each and every single time we go live here on YouTube. So we are coming to you guys live and direct from StreamYard. And y'all, we ready to get it started. But before we get into it, let's throw out our disclaimers. First, everything we're going to say in this live on this show is allegedly. Everything we say is allegedly. Again, for the people in the back, everything we say is allegedly. And all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Again, all individuals are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And once again, as you're coming into the live, please like the video, y'all. We definitely need to get our likes up. We got 8 people in the chat, so we need at least 8 likes, y'all. So please, 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 it costs nothing to like the video. It's free 99, and we absolutely appreciate your support and appreciate you doing so. Okay, so yes, please like the video, y'all. All right. Hey, Just Friday. How are you doing?
Who in the chat?
Hello, hello, y'all. Okay, so let's get it started.
Come in and say hi.
All right, come in and say hi. Yes. Okay, Fifi, let's get it started.
All right. Let's get it started.
Let's get to it.
Well, you know what I want to know. What the hell, Dre? Where partner at?
So you ready to get it started? You ready to? You don't want to ease into it. You just want to get straight into it.
I've been pondering over this since yesterday.
Hi, Ambahidi. Greetings.
Hi, greetings. I've been pondering over this.
Okay.
Since yesterday. Since I heard the phone call. Dre said, now, if you all remember, Dre said, man, you my partner. You know, we've been partners for over 30 years, man. I ain't going nowhere. Didn't Dre say that?
Did.
Y'all let me know if y'all heard Dre say he gonna stick. I'm sticking by you.
I'm sticking beside him.
What, Dre? Yeah. Dre say, shit, man, I got my business. I've been out on these streets clean. Ain't committed no crimes.
He can't be involved.
What's his old lady name that he loves so much? What was her name? What's her name, y'all? Camille. He been clean. He ain't been messing with Camille. He been on the up and straight and
narrow.
Yep. He said he ain't gonna get tied up with a nest. I'm telling you. One, he don't want his name back in these YouTube streets. He don't want to be on none of them calls. And two, he ain't gonna mess up my good thing. What Dre always say, y'all, when Nesto call, man,
just working, buddy.
Not just working,
nothing, man. Just working.
Hey, Nesto. Well, what you doing, man? Man, I'm just out here working, Nesto. Just got back from a trip, going back, turn around, go back out the mall, Nesto. Dre working, okay? Dre ain't got himself back into society. He trying to stay on the straight and narrow. He ain't following Nesto.
Nope.
No.
Hey, they call me Mo.
No, he ain't doing it.
And Bahidi said until the wheels fall off.
Yep.
Hey, hey, the tall diva. Hey, Natasha. Natasha said, hello, ladies. I'm working from home. I'm in the bushes.
Hey.
The tall diva said, Drake got some straightening.
Something happened. What happened, y'all? Why Drake?
He said, hell no.
But my thing is, this the thing, y'all. This the part right here. This the killing part. He at least could answer his calls, though. He could do that. Next time, call him 5 times. So you just gonna keep ignoring your partner call like that? us for 30 years. Why not pick up the phone and say, Nestor, I can't do it. And that's that. Nestor, I ain't gonna be able to do it. They got me out here looking all willy-nilly, and I can't be connected to you. So no more calls, Nestor. Why he just can't tell him that?
I'm here for the show. Said I miss Dre and I wish him well. Dre knows something in the milk.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. Dre knows something. What Dre say? Man, they wouldn't have you down there locked up. You ain't done something, Nesto, you ain't done something. Dre knows something ain't right. And Dre said, I'm about to get the hell out of this mess. Okay? Because if Dre was to keep on talking on them phone calls, Dre gonna be sitting up on that stand too. Okay? We know that.
Well, I think Dre has every right. Dre is putting up some firm and healthy boundaries.
Here we go with boundaries, y'all.
I think I know Nesto is his boy, but he's putting himself first as he should. And he knows that Ernesto is not being fully transparent with him.
Yeah.
He knows that. He knows.
Yeah.
And so he's got to do what he got to do. He has to protect himself. And can you blame him?
I don't blame him.
Can you blame him? The way things are going for Ernesto?
It ain't looking good.
It ain't looking good. And then he know it's not right the way he did Shirley.
That's another good point. I didn't think of that.
Not only has it rubbed him the wrong way, but we soon learned during the most recent calls that shout outs to phone calls from Prison Drop from April of 2023 April of 2024, that Dion is not too crazy about the way things transpired between him and Shirley either. Because I really hate what happened between you and the missus. Yeah. Them folks, they my folks.
Yep. Yeah, he did. He said it.
And neither one of them, Dre nor Dion, are crazy over Sonya.
Not at all.
Especially when Ernesto has stood up and let that lady talk shit about them.
And then not only that,
and agreed with her.
Sonya stood up and talked shit about Dre, and Dre might have had a problem with that too. To let Sonya sit and talk about him like that. It's just Dre. I'm just surprised Dre gone, y'all. I really am. The way Dre was talking, I thought Dre would be the last to not answer Nesto's calls. But okay, I just need to know what Dre was. So maybe Dre will come back. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe he sees his friend for who he really is, and he doesn't want to associate with him. And if he's smart, that's what he'll do. He'll continue to
stay in the
bushes and not have any contact with him if he's smart. Mm-hmm. And don't think that none of his lady friends ain't got in his ear.
Oh yeah, because he said he got in trouble with one of them.
That's probably influenced him too, to cut down on his communications with him
and his family.
Right, and who knows? Maybe they writing letters or sending emails. We don't know. Mm-hmm. But he definitely probably not gonna get back on that phone with him.
Mm-hmm. He ain't called him 5 times and he ain't answered.
And I wouldn't either. Hell,
he ain't called that man 5 times.
Because he know he a liar.
That's like a woman looking for her man and he ain't answering the phone. Blowing his phone
up. like nigga, what you at? Your phone.
You sitting calling you.
Why is it 132 missed calls? Miss your pickup.
Y'all know how we do that. That's doing Dre.
Let me call him. Stop playing with me. Okay, Jeff Friday said Dre don't want nobody asking him for no bail money. The Tall Diva said something in that Rico set Drake off. He knows it's the truth. Exactly. He's backing away.
Yeah.
He know it ain't right. And he know his partner ain't really telling him the truth.
Yeah.
I'm here for the show said Just Friday. That too. They call me Mo said the more Dre listens, the more he knows what he is hearing on these YouTube streets is true. Yeah. He is seeing his buddy in true form on the calls with Sonya. Yeah. Shout outs to Real Talk Bougie channel. Shout outs to Grown Woman Vibes channel. They didn't air it all out. Dre, and we know Dre is a viber.
Yes.
So, shout outs to you, Nyla, because you've definitely been able to sway Dre's opinion. Because now he looking at Ernesto sideways and reporting back to him on what grown woman vibes in Real Talk Bougie.
And that last call, Dre was questioning him. Yep, he is.
Hey, Cass.
Hey, Cass.
Hello, all. Another day in the life of a convict called Nesto. The saga continues.
Yes.
I'm here for the show. Said Dre seems to have a good upbringing, and he just stayed off the path for a while. Yeah, and you can tell he's committed to. He's been, he's turned his life around. He's done a 180.
And he's focused.
And he's trying to remain on the straight and narrow. Yeah. He's not trying to go back to any illegal activity or shady business. No. And he doesn't want to be tied to that because he's an upstanding businessman for what we know.
Yeah.
So he don't want to have nothing to do with that foolishness. And I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either.
You can care about somebody, but, you should have some level of selfishness because that is healthy. You have to protect yourself.
Ooh, say that again.
You have to protect yourself. It's healthy to have a certain level of selfishness. And it's okay to set boundaries, firm boundaries with people. Doesn't mean you don't love them any less, but it's just because I love myself, I'm enforcing these boundaries. And if you love me like you say you do, or you my partner like you say you are, you'll respect it.
Yes. And that's with anybody, y'all. That's with anybody. Boundaries are so important. I can't stress that enough. And like I said in our previous videos, I didn't learn boundaries I didn't learn that I could set boundaries until I got older. And I didn't accept the fact that my adult child could set boundaries with me. And that was really difficult for me to take on. And we talked about that in our other videos. You all go back and watch those videos. I think we did a Mother's Day video where we just talked about boundaries, setting boundaries, adult children setting boundaries. Yeah.
And Bahiti said, plus Dre sees his partner out here being reckless on these YouTube streets. For example, crazy interviews with IS, aka Manny Fresh.
Yes.
Hello, Leo vibes. Hey, ladies. I see I must have missed a Dre call. No, they haven't. Dre and Ernesto haven't talked recently. But we were just kind of like referring back to Dre and basically phone calls from prison. At the end of one of her calls that she dropped, she mentioned that Ernesto had attempted to call Dre at least 5 times. And Dre, unfortunately, or fortunately, he said hell no and did not pick up. So yeah, we were talking about that. Hey Sanders, RN23. Welcome. Leo Vibe said, oh, maybe y'all are talking about an older call. Yeah. I'm here for the show. Said also he wants answers that Nesto can't give him. Right. And he's not going to give it to him.
That's so true. I'm here for the show because he keeps questioning him. And we all know Ernesto ain't did it. He said he ain't did it. He said them dates ain't got nothing to do with him. Ain't none of that stuff got nothing to do with him. He said he don't know what them folks talking about. He don't even know why he in there. And he can't believe he's still there.
Nesto say, now why am I in it? Now why am I in it?
Dude, why I'm still down here at the jail?
Cass is responding to Leo Vibes. No current Dre calls. He was just mentioned at the end of the last phone call from Prison Cobb. Natasha said, Dre is not that great. He knew Nesto was cheating on Shirley, and he was okay with it.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and that's typically common. Amongst men who kind of share that ideology that they have. It's okay for you to cheat on your wife. You know, he can still, because with them, they don't look at it as, oh, if you can be, disloyal to your wife and disrespect her behind her back, who's to say you can't do that to me? You won't have the propensity to do that to me. A lot of men don't see it that way. And that's because having a girlfriend on the side and a wife is normal.
And that's why I say it's integrity. It has everything to do with the integrity of that person. and they don't have integrity. They don't have respect or value for any relationships. And I heard a man say that on a podcast. He said, I would not be friends with a man that cheat on his wife, because who's to say that he won't do something that has no integrity towards me.
Right.
That's just who that person is.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of men, they uphold other men in wrong.
Yes.
And so that's really common. Men know, oh man, you got a girlfriend on the side and a wife. Ha, 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 ha. Men don't, a lot of men don't look at that like, oh, that's wrong. That's morally, like they know it's morally wrong, but it's not that deep to where they would cut off a guy. Stop being a guy's friend, like that guy on that podcast was mentioning. But men, they don't, a lot of times they don't see it that way.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm not gonna stop rocking with my boy because he cheated on his old lady. That's between him and his old lady. That's their business. That has nothing to do with me. That's my friend, and my loyalty is to him. You know, they don't want to tell another man what he should or shouldn't be doing.
Until their daughter come to them crying because their husband had cheated on them, and then they got to get their daughter some advice about their son-in-law cheating on their daughter. See, when the tables are turned, then the ideology is different.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, honey. It's no fun when the rabbit has the gun. All right. I'm here for the show set. Also, what about Daryl? Daryl gone in the wind.
Daryl gone. Daryl been gone.
he got some video visits out of him, and then Daryl was like, peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out, baby. That's all I can give you. Sanders RN23 said, I'm glad Dre has placed boundaries around their relationship. He always said, once you're out, we need to take a long drive and talk about things. Right. And that's when him and Ernesto fell out, and Ernesto started talking crap to Sonia about him because he felt offended that Dre could even say something like that to him. But that spoke volumes when Dre said we need to take a ride, because that lets me know that he thought that Ernesto was capable of doing something like that. Even if he didn't completely believe it, he at least felt like it was a possibility he could have did it. And that says a lot coming from somebody you've known for over 30 years. Leo Vibe said, oh, okay, thanks, Cass. Real Talk with Professor BLJ 2004. Hey, generally, excuse me, men stick together no matter what. But when it starts affecting them personally, then they change course. Absolutely. Totally agree.
Absolutely. Like when their daughter come to them crying because her husband had cheated on her, and she go to her daddy getting advice, then it's a different conversation.
And really, y'all, it's really mind-boggling.
What Nestor said.
It's mind-boggling. Not mind-boggling, but mind-boggling. Okay, it really is. It's mind-boggling. Natasha said, all the people I have known who cheated on their spouse cheated in business, and they will sleep with their friend's spouse.
Ooh.
Yeah, because it's transferring over into other aspects of their life. Like Fifi said, it's a character flaw. It's who they are at their core. At their essence, that's who they are. So they don't have no problem. If I'm cheating on my wife, you know who that makes me think of?
Who?
That makes me think about Martell Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because you see how the way he did Melanie, for any of our fellow Love and Marriage Huntsville fans on the OWN network, you see how he was so quick to, disrespect Melanie, cheat on her, have a baby on her, embarrass her publicly, defame her character. And then when he fell out with Marcel and Maurice, he turned around and tried to defame their character and expose them. And try to intimate that they were cheating on their wives, which we know they were allegedly. But
we heard about them a long trip.
Yeah, he was basically throwing them under the bus, like, y'all getting on to me for cheating, but y'all doing it too. Basically, like, if I gotta go down and suffer and lose my family, then y'all should too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't try to check me about cheating, because y'all was with me when I was out cheating. Y'all ain't no better than me.
Yeah.
Basically trying to expose them, because he had been exposed.
Yeah.
He didn't care. And he used to do business with them men. They were his quote unquote homeboys. But he turned quick. Cass said, my guess is Daryl has a wife steering that ship. Probably do. She probably told him leave that ninja alone. Don't be going up there to see him. Don't be trying to get him no money. Let me see. Leo Vibe said, I think Dre may not want his phone calls recorded too. I think that's a part of it as well. So who knows? Maybe he might write him letters or send him emails. We don't know. But I think that's part of it too. I think he's tired of us reacting to his phone calls with Nesto. And he just wants things to calm down. But I definitely feel like he's still in the bushes. He's still watching Grown Woman Vibes. He's still watching, Real Talk Bougie. We know he's watching Manny Fresh, because that's his girl. But yeah, I think he's still in the bushes for sure. Real Talk with Professor BLJ 2004 said, also, unfortunately, too many women accept men cheating on them for whatever reason. Once we place boundaries and uphold our standards, things, quote unquote, may change. Yeah, I think as women, I just think socially we're taught to forgive men. And in a way, inadvertently, I guess we're expected to just accept it because it's so common. And then you have things with some women, they so cold with it. They like, you know what? Some women believe all men cheat and that it is what it is. And they so cold with it to the point they're like, well, if you're going to cheat, at least be respectful about it. Don't be out here with somebody else publicly where the streets can see you. And you never know what type of agreement married people have or people in relationships have. They, some people are like, hey, as long as you don't bring me nothing, you don't bring a baby home, and you not caught out in public with the person, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, who was that? Rashida Ali? Who was that? She said, it was okay. She said, I'm going to say this, and a lot of women are going to be mad at me. She said, but I don't mind, if my husband cheats on me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
Yes.
I mean, I was just out the other night and I saw a famous reality TV personality who is very married. Everybody knows that he's married in Atlanta as well as on TV. And he was out hanging out with women who weren't his wife. And they seem to be very close.
Did he have his wedding ring on? He don't wear a wedding ring.
He does not wear the ring.
He doesn't wear one on the show.
No, he doesn't.
Wow.
He doesn't. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's go back to reading these comments. Toy So Dope said, hey ladies, hey Toya. Hey. I'm here for the show. Said Child Martell got found guilty the other day. He did.
He did.
Yep, he did.
He appealing it. They say he appealing it.
Yep, he did. He did for that revenge porn he was trying to do against Melanie. Leo Vibes said Martell ain't loyal to no one. No, he not. And check this out, Leo Vibes. Then the ninja had to say, when he was asked if he was going to be with Ariane and how he felt about her, he said that they were still getting to know each other.
Him and Ariane.
He said they still getting to know each other.
Not the way Ariane be on live talking about him. See y'all.
And they said he's still being spotted out with other women who are not Ariane. And they got a whole baby. Y'all did all this cheating. You finally get the divorce, and then you still don't want to marry her.
Because he's a cheater. That's just who he is. And that's what I go back to saying. Women think that he won't do me that way. He won't do that to me. I'm special. He won't treat me the way he treated his wife.
And then Ariane said in one of her lives, she tried to clean it up. Ariane is the girl that Martell had the baby by, y'all. She was like, well, I'm kind of scared to get married because I know that black men cheat and I don't want to be treated the same way.
Wow.
But you playing house with him. So you think that you're you're avoiding something that you're already experiencing.
Like Sonia think that she's better. She
thinks she different.
Yeah.
She not bitter like us
Mm-mm.
and emotional
Mm-mm.
and illogical
Mm-mm.
like us.
No, she's better than us.
And she don't realize that she getting used the same way Shirley Strawberry was getting used.
Lessons in love.
The same way Ernesto approached Shirley with impure intentions and ulterior motives. It's the same way he's approached Sonia.
And she don't even see that.
She don't see that.
Because she's so focused on not liking black women.
She is the great value Shirley Strawberry.
Not the great value.
The great value. The Walmart brand great value Shirley Strawberry.
Oh.
And she don't even see it.
She thinks she better.
Of course, and do. Okay, let's see. Real Talk with Professor BLJ 2004. Yes, shout out to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Great example. He felt like he deserved the right to cheat, but she turned them tables on him. Yeah. Nobody's business. Yeah. Hashtag nobody's business. Yes. Cass said, I think Drake's tired of us as well.
He is.
But I also think he was still communicating with Nesto. It would have slipped out in one of these more recent calls.
Okay.
I'm here for the show. Said, who, girl? I'm here for the show. I seen it with my own eyes when we was all leaving the venue last night. He got in his Bentley with a few young ladies, and I know they weren't his prayer partners.
Y'all, when she got to the house last night, she tell me some, Mom, guess who I see?
Okay.
The Atlanta streets be hot, y'all.
Him and those young ladies were not going to Bible study. I know that for sure. And they weren't going to hang out with his wife.
Yeah.
He was moving like real single.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that, y'all. It ain't my business. Let me see. I'm here for the show said Ariane is not wife material. He never wanted to marry her. Good point. I think she was just, I heard a guy say this one time. You never make your side your main.
Ooh, that's some pimp stuff.
That's right, like there. A no.
Any man in the chat?
That he said all real G's know that. And I think to add on to what you're saying, I'm here for the show. I think Martell enjoyed Ariane as the side chick. He felt like she best suited him in that role, in that position. And so when his main course left, then it was like, you know what, this side dish is cool. I still like it, but it's not hitting on the same way my main dish was. Hence the reason why I felt more comfortable having my side dish, you know? Like I got my Cornish hen, but I got my mac and cheese and my collard greens on the side. I don't want to eat mac and cheese and collard greens for my main dish. I want my Cornish hen to be the main dish, and that's my side.
Okay.
And I also think in the dynamic between Martell and Ariane is it's not as fun anymore because now they have a child and now real life is setting in. It's not as fun and carefree. Whereas, you know, when he was still with Melanie, Ariane was his escape. She was like the breath of fresh air. It was fun and light. And they were in fantasy land. But now with Melanie being gone, reality is setting. And then also his favor is not the same with Ariane like it was with Melanie.
Ooh!
It's not the
same. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
The Bible says what? A man who finds a wife finds a what?
A good thing.
A good thing.
And guess what? Ernesto's favor is not the same with Lil Mama as it was with Shirley.
But see, men don't think like that. Men think in the moment. They don't realize that the covenant of marriage and how sacred it is.
Bigamy or not.
Exactly.
Whether it was legal or not. It still wasn't sanctity of marriage, at least publicly, before we knew the tea. So bear with us, y'all.
Right. And not only that, a man finds a good thing, but he also finds favor in the Lord.
Right.
So that's why I say marriage is something serious, y'all. It's serious. It's serious.
And even with all the scamming and scheming and lying that Ernesto was doing throughout the entire duration of his marriage with Shirley, he never was down bad like he is now. And I do feel like part of that was favor.
Yeah.
It was favor.
Yeah. And we
as shallow and dense as Shirley may have been at times, it was still favor.
And we joked about her praying and telling him, about Job.
But we know it's power in prayer in all seriousness. We're not going to play like that. We know it's power in prayer.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know we serve a powerful God. We may laugh and kiki, but we know, baby.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
And her telling him the different Psalms to read, different passages in the Bible to read. There's power in that. There is power in the word.
Even if he didn't understand.
It.
Because we know he didn't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he got that Bible. Because it's power.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And it's almost like he needed that. That's why he had
fortitude his spirit and keep him grounded and give him encouragement. You need that.
He sent somebody out to get that don't even believe.
Yes.
She's not a believer. And
she can't even pray over him. She can't even cover him. She don't know what Psalms to read for protection. She don't know nothing about no Psalms 7. She don't know nothing about no Psalms 91, no Psalms 90. She don't know nothing about that. She don't know nothing about that. Let me read y'all comments. The Tall Diva said, "Shake the great value, Sheila Timo." Timu. Hey, that girl. Hello. Toya said, "Shirley Noberry equals Sonya."
Oh, you're a mess.
Hey, Afternoon Roses. I know someone who made his side his main. It didn't work out.
Right.
They usually don't have favor when they make the side the main. They usually don't. They usually struggle. And we know that from firsthand experience. And we ain't going to put nobody tea out there. We know another story.
Yeah.
They be down bad.
Down bad.
They be down bad, Afternoon Roses. I'm here for the show said also they don't trust each other because their relationship is based on deceit. Good point. That girl said the side have to work harder but don't even know it. Doing headstands and flips on their head but don't realize they are looked at as freaks and fun. Yep. And that's why Ernesto was kicking and using the toys. And told her to get to the back of that room in that RV and undress. He know he could never talk that way to Shirley.
Oh, never. Hell, his partner told him that.
Shirley ain't that type of woman. Even Dre confirmed that. You're right. That girl said Sonya ain't never prayed for that ninja, and she ain't. She don't know how to cover that man. The Tall Diva said, y'all better preach. Sanders RN23 said Nesta received uncommon favor being with Shirley. Her access became his access to wealth and friends. Absolutely. And even with him going to jail those 2 to 3 times throughout the duration of their marriage, it was never as severe as it is now.
And don't seem like now he can get no relief.
Nothing.
No which way he turn. Ain't nothing working out for him. Everything is just crazy for him. Yeah.
It's getting, especially now that she's not around like that anymore. It's gotten worse. It's gotten worse.
Yeah.
And you can see the despair is setting deep in his face. You can hear it in his voice. I'm here for the show said he was only speaking on the Bible as a tool of manipulation.
Yes. Yep.
I think he was using it as a tool of manipulation as well. I'm here for the show. But I also think in another way, he was also using it as a way to soothe his mind and for mental health, to help support his mental health. to give him encouragement to keep him going. As delusional as he is, thinking he's genuinely innocent, allegedly, I think that Bible, because of the stories that Shirley shared with him and told him to pray, in some way, that's how he is able to still feel connected to her, because he knows how important Shirley's faith is to her. And I really don't feel like he was deep in the word like that, quote unquote, deep in the word like that, until he met Shirley.
Yeah. And even in this last call from July, he said, I'm all in my head. I'm dreaming about this stuff. I'm all in my head. See, when he was talking to Sonia, Shirley would have directed him to that word.
Yeah.
Read your word, read your Bible, read your scripture, read your word, get in your word.
She was talking about that Philippians chapter 4, verse 6.
Okay, say it again, baby.
Philippians chapter 4,
y'all
verse 6.
Hear what my child said? That's right.
Don't worry about anything, but instead pray about everything.
Ooh!
She would have gave him some scriptures.
Come on now.
So I feel like, yes, again, it's a manipulation tool that he's using it, but also he's leaning on it to give him some type of support.
That's right.
Mental health wise.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And a lot of people, let's talk about it a little bit further. A lot of us, we use our whether it be our religious beliefs or our spiritual beliefs to help us make it through life. We know that therapy is a great tool and conduit to use, but we also use our religion or our spirituality. We tap into that to give us the strength to persevere through life's challenges and the things that that we come up against. For a lot of us, that's our foundation. And I think he's starting to tap into that. At least he was trying to at that time.
And what song you tell him? Chin up. Keep your head up.
Right.
Chin up. Get out your head. Chin up. Chin up.
Now, is he still in the word reading his Bible? Who knows, child? Who knows? But I definitely think he was taking it more seriously when he was still communicating with Shirley.
Yeah, he was.
He was. I feel like he was actually kind of listening to what she said, even though he may not have understood her. I think it resonated with him more when it was coming from Shirley. He was actually thinking about it seriously.
And even when Manny Fresh was running down there to pray for
him. That was a big.
Nesto thought that was a joke. Nesto thought
now that was manipulation.
Right.
Fine.
Right. I think Nesto was, because he was looking at Manny Fresh like, what the hell is she doing down here? She ain't really trying to pray for me. She just down here for herself.
Right.
That's what he was thinking. Like, what the hell you here for?
Game recognized game.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
Natasha said Shirley was probably the only person that prayed for Nesto. Probably so.
Yeah.
Toy So Dope said, talk, Sammy. Wendy's ex-husband is another example. Yes.
Yes.
Kevin Hunter. Baby Kevin said he done maxed out all his credit cards. Damn, they're trying to pay his bills because he ain't getting that alimony check from Wendy no more. Kevin said he down bad. He got a wife and a baby to take care of. He said he need access to Wendy money.
He was low down and dirty too.
Yes,
that was
girl.
Some dirty man.
He literally bought a baby mansion right down the street from him in Wendy's house.
Ooh.
For Sharina. Just dirty. Dirty. And then got the nerve to ask the courts, hey, I need you guys to start allowing me to receive my payments again because I'm basically broke.
Just dirty.
I'm here for the show, said child. What about Shirley and her lawyer? Not filing proof of service. Yes. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so y'all know how it works, right?
Shout out to Grown Woman. Shout out to Real Talk Bougie for posting that.
Y'all know y'all got to serve the people. Y'all got to serve them, and it got to be filed at the courthouse.
Now walk us through it, Fifi.
This what I do. This what I do. I serve a ninja, so I know how it works
at the job.
and will and did. This is what I do, ladies. So let me just walk you ladies through if you ever have to serve somebody. You got to go down there and get the paperwork down at the courthouse, and you got to have them folks. They got a document that you got to go down there and get. And once you get the document, you got to go and have them folks served by the sheriff. And once the sheriff have them served, you got to get that document back. Once they ain't been served and they sign it and the sheriff sign it, you got to get the document back. And then you got to go back down to the courthouse and have it filed. So Shirley ain't have her stuff filed. So now it's going to be all null and void if she don't get it filed. Now, come on, ladies. We got to do our stuff right the first time so we can go ahead and get our divorce or whatever we need to get. So I know how it works. I know what happened because that's what I do.
You ain't new to the game. You true to the game. All right. Yes, ma'am. That girl said a strong woman makes a weak man look good. Now Nesto looks equal to his broke down side end.
Yeah.
Right. Toy So Dope said Shirley always had a scripture ready. Yes. She did. That's one of my favorite scriptures, Sammy.
Yes.
Manny Fresh was also full of manipulation, running down to that jailhouse,
full of it,
telling him what chapter and what books to read. He does. I want you to read this loud. He said, "No, you read it." Trying to big boy him. You know he was. You know, growing up, he was one of the kids in the classroom, and they feel comfortable reading out loud. And she gonna try to play him like that. Messy. I'm here for the show said Kelvin, not Kevin. I'm here for the show. Sometimes they call him Kevin. Some people call him Kevin, and then some people call him Kelvin. Wendy used to call him Kevin. But I know in the documents they will refer to him as Kelvin. Yeah. Oh. And that always confused me.
Oh, okay.
Because in that last documentary
he's still dirty though. I'm here for the show. He's a low down dirty son.
In that last documentary that Wendy did before she got sick, it was the documentary she did, that was paired with her Lifetime biopic movie. You remember that?
Right.
And she did the interview about her life, and then the movie played, right after. Mm-hmm. She was calling him Kevin.
Right.
Kevin. But I know his name is Kelvin.
Yeah.
So I wonder why she calls him that. That girl said, I believe if Nesto wasn't a cheater with those horrible charges and not been caught with side him, even if he got time, Shirley would have supported him.
I don't know.
I just can't do this jail stuff. It's just not my life. I don't know that girl. I don't think she down like folk flats in that regard.
No.
I don't know. We know for darn sure she wouldn't have been visiting him in no prison. That part I do know. I don't know that girl. I don't know. She wouldn't even come visit the man when he was down at Cobb County Adult Detention Center. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe she would have held on a little bit longer, though. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. She would have held on a little longer, but I think she would have been able to stick around long enough through the whole bid. Absolutely not. Yeah. But she would have tried for sure. She would have stuck around longer for sure, that girl. Leo Vibe said, Karma eating Kelvin up. Mm-hmm. It is. I'm here for the show said, a mess. I said her lawyer is from the law firm of Hood and Ghetto.
Yes. I'm surprised Shirley got a lawyer that dropped the ball like that. That's basic. Everybody know that. Hell, Shirley could have did that herself. That's basic.
So she would never. She would never. Toya So Dope said Shirley probably found that lawyer in the Yellow Pages because how did they mess that up?
Exactly. I could have did that for sure.
No, she could have did it. That girl said Shirley's lawyer was slacking. Let's see. Toya So Dope said, what's worse is they can hear that fool in the call saying he got the papers and got them out here looking dumb.
Yes.
I'm here for the show said Shirley is out here catching flights instead of double checking her lawyer. Okay, it is. And that's her business. Okay, I'm here for the show. She gotta catch flights. She can't worry about what a ninja doing. That's what she paid the attorney for.
The attorneys are handling.
They're handling that. Okay, she living her best, quote unquote, rich black woman life. She ain't got time. Her and Mississippi Monica gotta catch their Delta flight. Okay. So they can cut up somewhere. Okay. Her and Mississippi Monica ain't thinking about that. They pushing through Hartsfield Jackson Airport. Okay, getting ready to get on a Delta flight. They probably was gonna go to the Delta Sky Lounge,
have a few cocktails,
and then catch their flight.
Yeah,
maybe first class or no? It's giving maybe Delta Comfort Plus. Yeah.
I don't know them shades she had on.
It's give them shades was giving first class.
Yes,
them shades was giving 1A.
Yes.
Seat 1A.
Yes.
I'm here for the show said Wendy said his name is Kelvin.
Okay.
Okay, they be messing me up. I'm here for the show because I could have sworn they sometimes call him Kevin. Okay, Toya So Dope said she knew that man can't read. Quiet as it's kept, IS is not too much far ahead of Nesto in the reading department. Toya, you know what? I'm not gonna do this with you tonight, Toya.
You got me. What?
I'm not doing this with you tonight, Toya. Toya. No, ma'am. Toya. I'm not doing this with you. If it's not, I am here for the show cutting up. It's Toya. I'm not doing this with you, Toya. No, ma'am. Not she. She's not too far ahead of Nesto in the reading department. Lord help us. Okay. Lord help us. Okay. I'm here for the show said, yep, if the news wouldn't have hit the public, she would still be with him. Yeah, she would have stuck around a lot longer. I think once it became public, she was understandably mortified.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, and extremely embarrassed.
Yeah.
That girl said, I said that because she benefited off his thievery. Okay, I see what you're saying, that girl. I see what you're saying. Because he literally was robbing Peter to get her that G-Wagon and the ring. He had all his other women.
Boy, Shirley loved that G-Wagon. Did she love that?
She loved that G-Wagon.
She was hurt over that damn
She
G-Wagon.
was sick about that G-Wagon.
Yes.
She said, I like to wear my nice clothes and ride around in my nice car. It just makes me feel good.
See her now riding down Peachtree in that G-Wagon.
I could see her over there in Dunwoody heading over there to Perimeter.
Yes. Well, do you think she valet parked her G-Wagon over at the Perimeter?
For sure. It was giving valet parking at the Perimeter. Oh, yeah. Cass said, I understand that Shirley's lawyer was the same lawyer Kenya Moore used.
The one that was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that little guy. It was a woman. Was it a woman or a black guy?
I can't remember.
I think it was the black guy.
It was. Kenya Moore was another one who had a pretty nasty divorce.
It took forever.
And then the man, he tried to get some buy-in into her home, even though he didn't help her build it. Oh no. She Grandma, hey girls, just getting in. How y'all doing? We're doing well. Hey. Toya So Dope said Shirley said he ain't going nowhere, so he'll be served regardless. Might as well catch the flight. Might as well. Might as well go to the Delta.
They know it. He ain't going nowhere. He gonna be there around the clock.
Yeah, have me a few drinks.
Yeah.
Jump on my flight, have a good time. It's not like she got to go searching for him to get him to serve him. She know where he at. So that takes away a lot of the stress.
Yep.
Let's see. The Chi Grandma said, "That's right, Shirley. Live your best life." Players for Dope said, I can't stand her. The Cheek Lamb said, Mama having a good laugh, LOL.
Yes.
I'm here for the show, said Cash. It took Kenya 6 years to get divorced. It did.
It took a long time.
Mark gave her hell. Mark Daly, he is something else. He gave her hell.
And y'all, I used to see them all the time at Cumberland Mall. Kenya used to have a kiosk in the middle of Cumberland Mall
for the hair care.
For the hair care. And I used to see her and Mark all the time, and they used to be all hugged.
They were a beautiful couple.
Beautiful couple. Stunning together. Tall, both of them tall. And Kenya was real pleasant. You could walk up to her, you know, she'll tell you about the products, real friendly. And I was just shocked. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of times reality TV is different versus in person. Sometimes they're the same way and sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's refreshing to hear that she was personable.
Very personable.
They were a beautiful couple.
Beautiful couple.
I never went by the kiosk, but I saw them.
I've seen her a few times in person. She's stunning, y'all. She really is. She's real stunning in person. Kenya is real, and she's pleasant if you see her out in Atlanta.
Toy So Dope says Shirley was too worried about the people at her job finding out. Yeah, because you know they harsh. Nephew Tommy, Steve, Junior, they harsh. Carla usually be on Shirley's side, but them other three, they be tough. They're very critical. Mm-hmm. Very critical. I'm here for the show said the lawyer was a lady. Okay,
it was a lady. Okay.
That girl said hopefully she's on her way to get her another G-Wagon since her dead weight is gone.
I hope so, because
she never got the car back.
That G-Wagon was everything to her. It was everything.
I hope so. And I hope she has a good accountant as well. Mm-hmm. So she can actually maintain it this time. Mm-hmm. Toy So Dope said, if that was the same lawyer that Kenya used, then that explains it all.
Yeah.
You got a point. Now, you said something right there, Toy. You said something right there. I'm here for the show said, but Shirley Judge said if they don't have proof of service by the next court date, he is dismissing it. So she need to get on it.
Yeah, she need to get on it. What happened, they probably took it down there to the jail and didn't nobody get the paperwork and take it from him and after he got it. After he was served, and they didn't file it. And you gotta file it. You can file it.
Then do their due diligence.
You can file it online, y'all. It's real easy to do it. I've done it several times.
How you said it?
Several times.
The Only Whip. Hi, The Only Whip. Should we change the wedding vows to as long as there is fair weather? What y'all think in the comments about The Only Whip's question? Should we change the wedding vows to as long as there is fair weather?
Wow, that's deep.
Y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. Hey, Glorious Love, how are you? Glorious Love said, well, Kenya was Miss America. Yes, she was.
She's stunning, y'all.
She's been stunning her entire life.
Yeah,
very
she's real beautiful
woman.
in person.
Yeah, very beautiful. Cass said, okay, the lawyer was Regina Edwards. She was actually Mark's attorney, not Kenya's. But she withdrew as his attorney, but she is who Shirley is using. Okay, thank you for the clarification, Cass.
Okay, Cass.
Okay, Cass is getting it straight. All right.
Yeah,
so Regina Edwards is Shirley's lawyer, and she was previously Mark Daly's attorney.
She needs
not Kenya's. All right. Let's see. They call me Mo said it's giving Erica as a divorce lawyer. Now I think Erica has served as his lawyer one time too many. If he could, he would use her. They call me Mo. You got a point. If he could, he sure would use her. They call me Mo. He sure would.
Erica trying to save herself, honey. She telling on Ernesto. Everything is her fault. And Ernesto said he don't know nothing about that. That's his co-defendant. They gonna be going against each other. It's gonna be some snitching. For real.
And he always smart enough not to slip up and say nothing too
defamatory
about her. He let Sonya do the talking.
He don't say nothing about her.
I'm here for the show said Fifi, not several.
Several times.
Yes.
Several. Yeah, girl.
Hey, the only whip. Let's see. That girl said Shirley should have hired you, Mama. She should have hired.
I could have told her what to do.
She could. And Fifi is very thorough, especially when she has her mind set on something.
Y'all,
she is relentless.
One of my favorite classes in
it's
grad
the perseverance
school,
for me.
It's the perseverance for me. Was business law. I had the best business law professor. She was a Black woman. When I tell you, I think she was a partner at a law firm. She still is a partner at a law firm here in Atlanta. When I tell you she was a beast, I almost said I want to be an attorney, but I was just too doggone old to go back to school. But I'm never too old. But business law was one of my favorite classes, y'all. Business law. So I got that down together. I got that. As a matter of fact, I have a client that I was working with. She actually got into it with her business partner. They wanted to separate, and I helped her walk through the whole business part of it. So I really should have been an attorney, y'all. That's what I really should have been. Mm-hmm. That that part.
Because what? You got your facts together. Yeah. Got my facts together. I know that's right. Kat said, I'm not fooling with you getting locked up for insane reasons. Rainy weather or sunny weather. I'm not that kind of ride or die, okay?
I know that's right.
The people have spoken, the only whip. Kat said she not riding or dying. She said, let me out at the next life. Please and thank you.
My cat said, oh, hell no.
Baby, pull over and let me out at the next stop. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
And you know what? To kind of add to what you're saying, Cass, I personally would never want to be with somebody that would expect me to do the die part. Because if you love me and you care about me, you should want to protect me. You should want to have me put up away from all of that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I can't ride or die either like that. Go ahead and drop me off at the next stop, and I'll Uber or walk home. Because I can't do it either.
So you ain't that guy.
That's not my ministry. No, ma'am. That's not my ministry. That's not the ministry that God has put on my life. That's not my calling. No, ma'am. Let me see. I'm here for the show said, or she could get Sonia since divorce is civil.
Exactly. That's what I said. Get Sonia. But Sonia ain't saying nothing about that divorce.
Sonia make sure the paperwork get filed.
Sonia know how it works.
She know how it works. She know how it works. Let's see. Angela T. Dickinson.
Hi.
Hey, Angela. Welcome. We tried to tell Shirley all the way up to her wedding date not to marry Nesto. The day of their wedding, the car dealership owner called us looking for stolen Hummer that Nesto had on the run.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Now. Let me read that again.
Yeah.
We tried to tell Shirley all the way up to her wedding date not to marry Nesto. The day of their wedding, the car dealership owner called us looking for the stolen Hummer that Nesto had on the run.
Wow. And you know what?
Okay, let's just have a moment of silence for the tea that allegedly Angela just dropped on us.
And we need to break this down.
Angela, can you please tell us more, please? Go ahead, but I just had to take a moment to digest that.
Because I always question, where the hell did he get all those vehicles from? And whose names was those vehicles in? Okay. So welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the dynamic family, girl. Welcome.
Welcome to the family.
Yes.
Y'all welcome Angela.
Yes. Y'all welcome Angela. She Grandma said, all right, Sonia. Sanders RN23 said point blank and period. Ride or die is not for me either.
I know that's right.
JB said Nestle said Shirley wasn't a hands-on person and that he handled all the business. She should have followed up and made sure he was served. It'll be bad if she gets held liable for his bad deeds. Hashtag Team Shirley.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good point, Jay. And welcome to the chat. I mean, again, this is another lesson for Shirley that she needs to be on top of her business instead of trying to lay back and put the burden on other people. And I don't know, y'all. Let me try to give her some benefit.
And that's a good point, Jay. I'm glad you brought that up because we didn't think about that.
Right.
That Nesto actually handled all the business.
Man, but he did.
He did.
And she even confirmed that in their earlier phone call. She did. She did. And and maybe she did that because she felt like, you know, she was single for so long after her first marriage, and maybe she was carrying the burden. Maybe she was tired of being the quote unquote strong Black woman, having to look out for everybody and think for everybody and take care of everybody. So she was like, you know what? This is my husband. I trust him to take the lead. You know, I'm going to be submissive and let him handle the business because that's my man, and he wants to take charge. So maybe that's why she did it. I don't know. But then again, you know, she still has to take responsibility for her life, right? We all know that we are in the driver's seat of our life, and that it's not best to just sit back and let things, you know, happen to you. You have to be proactive and be intentional about how you move in life.
Right.
And she was leaning back, but perhaps she should have leaned forward a little bit more to see what the hell was going on. You know, and I get it. Maybe she felt like, you know, it's a sigh of relief. I can let my husband handle it. He's a strong man. He got it. And, you know, I don't want to step on his toes and make him feel like I'm emasculating him, because we hear that a lot with men. That's kind of some of the complaints that they have about women. They're like, you say you want me to be a strong man. You say you want me to be this leader, this provider. When I'm trying to show up and be that man in your life, you want to step on my toes. You don't want to let me. You want to give me a hard time. You don't want to let me rock in peace and be that man that you say you want.
Right.
So, you know, maybe she was trying to avoid doing that. And then she made more money than him, you know. And so she probably didn't, like I said, she probably didn't want him to feel less than her because she was the breadwinner.
That's a valid point.
And we've seen that. How many marriages have we seen that? We've seen that with Mary J. Blige and Kendu.
Right.
We've seen that allegedly with Fantasia and her man.
But she won't.
She's not gonna admit it. She's not gonna admit it.
No,
she's not gonna. We've seen that with Wendy and Kelvin, aka Kevin. Okay. We've seen that quite few. We've seen that with God rest her soul, B. Smith and her husband.
Yes.
Oh, the way he did. I love B. Smith. Rest in peace to B. Smith. I hate the way her husband did her.
Yes.
And then the YT lady ended up leaving him shortly after.
See that?
Yup.
You see what?
He left him, and that's what he get. Trifling tale self. All right, but good point, Jay. Good point. I'm here for the show. So Angela, tell us more. Yes, please tell us more. Angela.
Yes.
Angela.
Yes.
Deshaun Long said, "What is a rainbow babies? Where do babies come from?" I think this is a troll. But we're gonna ignore that. Okay, Cass said, side note, did you all hear about the guy that used his belt to lasso a woman in NYC and
I heard about
actually assault her? He's married with kids. We heard about that. Yeah, and they say I think they said they locked him up. They got him. But that was horrific.
Yeah.
That was horrific. Yeah, we did. That was awful. Awful. Prayers to her. Glorious Love said the T emoji. Yes. That girl said Sonia was a dumb side hen. She separated Nesto from the bag. She should have called Kelvin Hunter Sidebird. So you saying she should have reached out to Sharina. Kelvin side chick. The Chick Grandma said, that's what I was wondering. Where did he get all those automobiles?
Yes, I was wondering. Where automobiles from?
Yes, I'm here for the show. Said I think Shirley wanted a traditional marriage. Yes, she did.
How you gonna want a traditional marriage and you marry a doggone fool?
Good. She want traditional. She want what she want. The chick grandma said, I don't need nobody spending my money. That part.
Yes.
The Vanity Chronicles said, hey, ladies. Hey, the Vanity Chronicles. Not my man. No, Shirley. Ask all of the women in jail because they were like, my man. Me, I like to pay the cost to be the boss.
I know that's right.
All right. The only whip said, mind you a dog. Cass said, I don't care what y'all say. I ain't letting no man in caps have full power for keeping a roof over my head. Nope, not happening. I can be homeless by my damn self. All right. Cass said, when you see me, you see a big ball.
Standing on business.
All right. To each his own. Cass said, I said what I said. Hey, she wanted to provide them. She wanted a traditional man, Cass. That's what Shirley wanted.
Yep,
that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. She wanted to let a man be a man. The Vanity Chronicle said, if we are not building, you won't be destroying. By Nesto, by Kelvin / Kevin, by Martell. Now I'm here for the show adding more. Dr. Simone and Cecil, Dr. Jackson. Okay, side note, I got a story time. Okay. So y'all remember it was about 9 years ago, I'm here for the show and chat, when the story had broke out about Dr. Jackie and Curtis, her husband. Her husband's name is Curtis. Him cheating on her with a significantly much younger woman. They were caught out and about, him and the young lady he was having an affair with. They were on vacation. They were in what? Chattanooga or Hilton Head?
DR.
It was the Hilton Head. He ain't take her to no DDR.
Oh, it's Hilton Head.
Yeah, he in the DR cutting up now, allegedly.
Okay.
But it was Hilton Head. Okay. So that was what, 9 years ago. All right. So it was one weekend they had the car show here in Atlanta. And me and my dad, because y'all know I'm real close with my dad, we had our little daddy-daughter date and went to the car show. And guess who we saw? We saw Dr. Jackie and her husband Curtis at the car show, looking at the cars, enjoying themselves, all, yin yang, having a nice, midday couple outing. And so as we were walking past them, a gentleman, black gentleman who was around their age, he stopped them and he said, you know what you guys are going through is really inspiring, because so many people go through infidelity and experience that in their marriage. And I'm just happy to see you guys sticking it out and staying together and trying to rebuild. And, Dr. Jackie and Curtis, they responded to the gentleman. They were like, thank you. We appreciate that. But you could just see the look on Jackie's face. Like, it was Dr. Jackie's face, that it was still very much hurtful and still embarrassing and still humiliating. Even though that gentleman didn't mean any harm, but you can just tell it was like he ripped off that proverbial Band-Aid, and you could just see it all over Jackie's face. Like, here I am trying not to think about it. Here this dude is coming up to us, giving us kudos for sticking it out and staying together. But it's like, dang, I don't want to be reminded of it. So I always think about that story whenever I see Dr. Jackie on TV. But that was just a side story that made me think about that story when you brought that up. I'm here for the show. But yeah, Dr. Simone and Cecil and Dr. Jackie and Curtis. Yeah. And I be gagging. I'm here for the show. I don't know if y'all watch the Monday lives, the Messy Monday lives that Dr. Heavenly does with Carlo King, who is a reality TV show producer. He was formerly a producer on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, but now he's the producer and the creator of the Love and Marriage Huntsville franchise. Love and Marriage franchise, excuse me. So he's, over Huntsville, DC, and Detroit. And Dr. Heavenly never fails to throw shade at Dr. Simone and Cecil, and how Cecil allegedly don't really have no job, and that he don't allegedly, and that he's using his realtor business basically as a front, because he really don't work. And I just get tickled so much because Dr. Heaven, she never spares the opportunity to throw shade. She's a mess. But anyway, moving on. Let's get back on topic. Glorious Love said, how do we excuse Nesto? Man stayed away from the home for days, 3 days at a time. That's what Sonia said. That's unexcusable. We can't
even Shirley said you were never home.
Yep, we can't excuse it, Glorious Love. And I'm shocked that Shirley would tolerate that. That's unexcusable. It's unacceptable. What you mean staying home for 3 days? Child. The Vanity Chronicle said, goodbye, Dog Williams, one of his aliases. Nesto and his AKA names can go. Good riddance. Cass said, all he needs to do is put the money in the bank. I'll take care of it from there. And I'll gladly follow up with him with full receipts. So, in a way, Cass, you are trying to take it back old school. Because old school, the man would literally give his wife his check, hand over his paycheck to his wife, and then in some relationships, the wife would then give him an allowance from his paycheck.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you this much to get your hair cut. I'm gonna give you this much to get you a little beer. Go down to the store, get you some gas, pack of cigarettes, and a little bit of spending money, and then I'm gonna hold on to the rest of your check.
Yeah.
And some people, they had that type of relationship dynamic where the husband, as soon as he got paid, he knew he was handing that check over to his wife.
Yeah.
So, like we said on previous lives, we feel people should do what works for them in their household.
Yeah, no judgment over
no
here.
Judgment. You do what's best for you and your household. It is what it is. I'm here for the show. Said Tisha and Marcel, Kimmy and Maurice. I thought Marcel and Maurice was working for Breeze. They got the scope and scope.
Well, Kimmy's a nurse. Kimmy's a nurse, so Kimmy might make more.
And Maurice is he's an attorney / entrepreneur / investor / motivational speaker. Let me stop. I'm not doing this with y'all. Okay, let me keep reading. Sanders RN23 said, I don't get eating a traditional marriage when you get married in your 60s. You have done so much independently. How do you release all of that and trust someone with all your finances?
Yeah, that's a good point. But some women do, though.
Yeah, some women do. They can do it. I mean, maybe they do it, begrudgingly. I don't know, but some women do it. Some women do it. I don't know. I'm here for the show said, but men never stick it out with cheating wives. Never. They usually don't. No.
Never. They can't have. Oh no!
And God forbid, sometimes they unalive those cheating wives too. I'm here for the show.
Cheating. Oh yeah. No!
Depending on the dude you deal with, sometimes we've seen countless of stories in the news about men catching their wives in the act with other men, and unfortunately, they unalive them. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I'm here for the show said, and Simone hates it. She do hate it. She do. Yes. Speakerphone, Simone hates it. Every time Dr. Heavenly say something slick about Cecil. Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Sammy, Nicole, and Fifi. Hello, Kelly. Hey. How you doing tonight, girl? I'm here for the show said Tisha has all the businesses in her name. Maurice does credit repair. Yeah. And I think I'm here for the show. Didn't Marceau revealed that the reason they put all the businesses in Tisha's name is so she could get those incentives from the government for being a woman-owned business, which is considered a minority. So that's why the businesses are all under her name. Yeah. Because they can get different grants and special contracts, government contracts that are earmarked for businesses that are owned by women, because they're essentially considered a minority. That girl said, my dad gave my mom his whole check when I was growing up. They both complimented each other well. 13 kids, same mom and same dad. Wow. They don't even have those many kids nowadays. That's like great grandma, great granddaddy. Yeah. Wow. 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 Okay. Neat. Thank you for sharing that with us, that girl. Okay. Kelly said men can dish it out, but can't take it.
No, they sure can't.
Cass said, does that have something to do with penis competition?
Could be.
Perhaps. What y'all think in the chat about Cass's question? What y'all think, y'all? I'm here for the show. Said, okay, got it. Sanders RN23 said 13 kids. Wow, that's a huge family at that girl. Yeah. They used to have I haven't heard of people having those many kids since back in the day. Yeah.
What are you, a Gen X, millennial?
That girl, are you Gen X or a boomer or a millennial? Let us know that, girl. The Vanity Chronicle said Shirley is suffering from imposter syndrome. Her image and who she really is not aligned. No one is perfect, but live in your truth and happiness. That's the word. That's another lesson. That's the word right there. That's the Vanity Chronicle. Yeah,
I love that.
And perhaps this is, this experience was supposed to teach her that lesson. That was another lesson she was supposed to, glean from this experience. Yeah. Kelly said, we haven't heard of Maurice fix nobody's credit. Kelly said, that's cat. Kelly said, he ain't fixing no doggone credit. He ain't repairing nothing. Kelly said, I call cat. I'm here for the show said, I agree at the Vanity Chronicles. Glorious Love said, my grandma and grandpa had 13 kids too. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That girl said, born in 1966. I'm the baby. Okay, so you Gen X. Yeah. You're the same age as Fifi. How sweet the baby.
That is.
Natasha said, men are not held accountable for their actions.
No.
That's why they act the fool.
Yeah. But you know what? You know who can hold them accountable? Women. If we stop putting up with their mess, if we stop putting up with their foolishness, that would change a lot. That would change a lot. A man can only do to you what you allow him to do.
So much,
Yeah.
So basically saying we as women have to learn how to stand on business.
Yes.
We can't just be about it. We just can't say it. We got to be about it.
Mm-hmm.
Our actions have to be in alignment with our words so that men will take us seriously.
Right.
Because a lot of times men, they'll hear us say one thing but then do another.
Right. Even in this age of me dating, y'all, sometimes the things that men say to me, I'm just appalled.
Not appalled.
I'm appalled. I'm appalled. And I'm thinking to myself, are there women out there that would allow that?
Yes, that's why they talking to you, y'all.
So I had to ask my homeboy.
They taking the temperature.
I had to ask my homeboy that I went to high school with. I had to ask him. I had a situation, and I asked him. I say, "Are women really doing this?" He said, "Yeah."
We got to take accountability.
Absolutely,
women have to take accountability. Yes.
So women, we have got to stop doing this foolishness because some men think that's the norm,
and that's why they feel comfortable playing in our face.
Yes. Even at this big age, y'all, some of the things that men say to me, I'm appalled.
And that's why I tell them, excuse my French, play with your, don't play with me. Play with your, don't play with me.
But in your age group, it's different. Because you
it's darn near worse.
But when you get to be my age,
it's about the same. I take that back. It's about the same.
And some of the stuff that I hear, some of the stuff that men say, and I'm like, come on, you got to be kidding me. Mm-hmm. You got to be kidding. Mm-hmm. So we got to do better, ladies.
Everybody got to be held accountable. How about that? Everybody. Yes. Everybody got to get it together.
Yes.
Everybody. I'm here for the show says Shirley is almost 70 and doesn't know who she is. Yeah. That's deep. Yeah. Kind of go your whole life You still trying to find yourself.
Yeah.
I guess is that just a part of life?
Because she's not connected to herself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's too consumed with what other people think about her.
Yeah.
Like I still kind of feel some type of way the way she tried to hide them grandbabies from the world.
Yeah, that was sad. That first
she wasn't hiding the world from her grandbaby. She was hiding the grandbabies from the world.
Yeah.
And I hate really that. Yeah, because she was so embarrassed. And maybe she felt like she failed Sheridan.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't really there for her like she probably felt she should have been.
No.
To guide her and usher her into womanhood as her
was
mother.
Worried about her damn image. It ain't had nothing to do with Sheridan.
Yeah. Kelly said, my coworker has 8 kids and she is in her 40s.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. It's a big family.
And expensive nowadays.
She must shop at Costco or Sam's. Standards RN23 said, I agree with you at the Vanity Chronicles. She was living a life that was a lie. Natasha said, at Vanity Chronicles, that's a good observation. Natasha said, she also said, facts, quit putting up with mess. Glorious Love said, me too, that girl. I'm the baby and I am the youngest grandchild on both sides. Oh, sweet. Cass said that would require women uniting. Because even though you don't let them, another woman will. Yes. Women need to get on the same page when it comes to these ninjas. I agree.
Yeah, I agree, Cass. I agree. And they feel so comfortable approaching you with foolishness. And I'm like, how did you even fix your mouth to even say that?
But I think a lot of times, we as women, we're dealing with desperation. We're dealing with loneliness. And and we're competitive.
And now, since you said that, this brings up a good point. One of our wonderful subscribers, Z Pickens.
Shout out to you, Z Pickens.
Yeah, I don't think she's in the chat, but she'll catch the replay, and she always have good input, like all of you all do. But she said, as mothers, we need to help our daughters find outlets, whether it's the arts or whether it's a sport, or just finding other means of interest, so we won't feel so destined to fill a void with a man that does not serve us value. We need to teach our daughters.
We need to have a life.
Basically, we need to have a life outside of having a man in our life. And I thought that was such a valid point. I thought that was a good point she made.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a valid point. I do, because a lot of us, it's a lot of women out here, they don't have hobbies. They just kind of fixated on having a partner, and they really don't take the time out in their singleness to figure out who they are and to learn how to enjoy their own company. Just until the last 10 years or so, that hasn't really been pushed like that, like learning how to enjoy your own company, your own company. Now you see, people doing TikTok reels and Instagram reels of them going on solo dates. Now it's become a niche thing to do. It's cool to go out by yourself now, but years prior, that was people were doing it, obviously, but they weren't promoting it as much as they're doing now.
Yeah.
Now you see women online talking about, hey, figure out what makes you happy. Figure out what you like to do.
And don't get so wrapped up and lost up in your partner. Like I have a family member that's been married for years. And I asked her one time, her whole life is centered around her husband. And I asked her, I said, what makes you happy?
Okay, not too much, because our other family members watched a lot.
But
we ain't trying to be messy.
just giving an example, not being messy, because I know I'm not being messy, but just using it as the example. What makes you happy? Find that place that makes you happy, where you can be at peace, and some women just don't know how to find that happy spot. They feel like I have to bring somebody in for me to be happy. And it's okay to take time out and do things by yourself, and just sit and think, even if you're just sitting at home and you just watch a movie, get a glass of wine, but find something where you don't have to include somebody in it to make you happy.
Or go down to the Chili's and get you the little 3-course special for $20. $20. I think the inflation is $20 now. If for all the girls that like
do
Chili's.
A self-date, or
self-date, or go get a massage.
Now the thing is self-care Sundays.
Yeah.
Find something where you don't feel like you're so desperate to have a significant other, because men play off that, y'all. Being
for sure,
being in being dating, I noticed that men play off that, especially being in Atlanta where they say it's more women than it is men.
Women outnumber men.
Yeah,
men in Atlanta, they do.
They play off that, so they use that to their advantage. They think they can say anything to you, and it's okay. And they think that since they got the upper hand, it's more women that are here than it is men. They think they have the advantage, and they can just say and do anything to you. And it's just out of control. And so as women, we don't know that we have control over that. We have control over that. Back to Cass' point. That's a very good point.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's keep going with the comments, y'all. Kelly said there are a lot of immature men out here. Yeah, I call that arrested development for sure. Kelly is laughing. Gloria's Love said, Fifi, let's not even talk about these grown men out here and trying to date older men.
Yes.
Cass said, but that doesn't mean men should be out here playing these games either. They always want to lead, except when it comes to matters of the heart. Yeah, and I just think that leads back to emotional intelligence, maturity, and just like women fear being alone, men fear being alone too.
And then you got women
like Sonya they have to work on.
You got women like Sonya that make it easy for
them. And another thing, most men can't handle being by themselves.
Ooh.
It hasn't been until recently, until we've seen, social media campaigns like MGTOW, men going their own way, or red pill men, that men are actually starting to say, well, I don't need a woman, or I can be single. I don't want to deal with women or having a family. I don't want to deal with that stress, right? But those are usually men who are bitter and they've been dogged out.
Men can be bitter too?
Absolutely. Those are typically men who subscribe to that red pill MGTOW ideology that you see on YouTube and social media. Those are usually men that got finessed, that got mistreated and dissed and played by women they like, but the women didn't like them in return. And so the same way they tell us to use to make better choices and use our discernment, they got to do the same. They got to do the same. But yeah, I think when men, it's not until they get older.
Be careful on the older.
Okay, let me be careful. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to move on.
Watch the older.
I'm going to leave that alone. Kelly said Shirley was ashamed to be a grandmother. She was. The tall diva said, I think Shirley's afraid to be her authentic self.
Yeah.
I'm here for the show said she was, let's see. She also says she didn't want to be a mom.
Oh.
Okay. They call me Mo, say, yes, Fifi, I'm 50 and dating, and I'm appalled as well with some of the ish men my age approach me with.
Yeah.
I put them in their place unapologetically.
Yes. I'm like, is it just me? How dare you?
You what again?
Appalled. How dare you?
Sanders RN23 say, yes, Fifi, Shirley was concerned about her image and not about her child or her grandchild. Most mothers would be happy, especially since financially she was capable of helping her grandchild.
She was worried about what people would say.
Okay, let's see. I'm here for the show says something really scarred Shirley. Remember she said she only like beautiful things and they make her happy. She is running from something. Yeah, I remember her saying that. She's definitely scarred.
Yeah.
Glorious Love said trying to date these older men out here is crazy. But you know what? I'm not pressed. I've been married 3 times and lost my last husband. I'm not desperate. I can do with or without.
Well,
Sorry to hear that. Yeah. Just gotta keep going if that's what you truly desire, and
just date and have
and enjoy
fun.
yourself and try to be positive and take breaks if you need to.
Just date.
Try to be positive
and enjoy yourself and have fun. Yeah.
And the more you keep going and you keep a positive mindset, eventually you'll align with like-minded men. Mm-hmm. You know, because there are men out there that are grown and mature and they want something serious. Mm-hmm. You know, they do exist. You just gotta, child, you gotta go through a lot of dusties though, but you'll get there. Oof, Lord. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna go on my soapbox. Don't get me started. But anyway. Cass said, I can do without in all caps. Cass don't want to be bothered. Cass, you don't want to be bothered. Kelly said, so true, because as long as I have money to shop with, a remote control, or spending time with me, myself, and I don't need a line in my life. Kelly said she can't be bothered either.
And give me a little something to eat. Oh, baby, I'm good. I'm good. I'll be rubbing my feet together.
Not rubbing your feet together.
Get a little money to shop. Give me something to eat and a good drink. I'm good, honey. I come back home and be rubbing my feet together, watch me a little TV. Baby, you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, y'all, it's nothing like peace. It's not, and that's why I don't know why Sonya keep taking her little narrow behind up there when she could be at home. She say she got the money. She say she go shopping. She go out to eat. She getting ready to go to Ohio to see her girlfriend, her best friend, who's a black woman. Yvette, who's a black woman.
Yvette said she got real hair. She look good in real life. Don't play with her. Period.
I don't even know why she letting this man destroy her peace. Why?
Because it's definitely taking a toll on her.
It's taking a toll on her.
We talked about that in the last live.
Yes, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. The Vanity Chronicle says, as women, we are not aligned with our true selves emotionally, physically, and spiritually till 40 or so. 20s and 30s, we are trying to figure life out. Unfortunately, Shirley never met her true self.
Wow, that's
interesting point. And you know, proven to your point, the Vanity Chronicle, sometimes we never figure it out.
No, we don't.
Unfortunately. Glorious Love said, I solo traveled to other countries, just got back from Rome.
Oh, love that. I love that for you.
I love that for you, Glorious Love. You're going to have to send us some pictures if you feel comfortable. I would love to see your pics, Glorious Love. So, yes.
Yes, I love it. And as you should. You should.
Yes. And may God cover you and protect you on your travels.
Yes.
And have fun. Ain't nothing wrong with solo travel. I solo travel myself. And I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Now, and when people ask me, are you here by yourself? I just lie and say, no, I'm with my girlfriend. They in the room, but they coming down.
That's
now,
right.
Because it ain't none of your business. That part. Don't let the West End of Atlanta come out. Baby. Period. That Lucille Avenue. All right. I'm faking y'all. Y'all know I grew up in the suburbs, but my daddy and them grew up in the West End, though. Kelly said, I'm at peace by myself. Yes. JB said, I remember back in the day when a guy would have to talk to a girl for a week before he could get her number. And my mom wasn't having a bunch of guys calling the house. Nowadays, 100 men got your girl's number.
Yes. And you know what? They don't have a problem. That's true. That is so true. Because you know what? I think that we don't understand courtship. we don't, even at this big age, at this mature age, I think a lot of men don't understand the process of dating and courtship. So things just move so fast. They say things like, I know you just didn't ask me this and you just met me. We just started talking yesterday.
So it sounds like Jay saying, y'all have to start getting your numbers out. Y'all have threw the game
Jay,
out.
are you a millennial or Gen X?
See.
Baby boomer.
You see. Okay, and then also let me ask, since we got a man in the chat, let me ask you this, JB. When I go out, because I be outside, okay, responsibly, that's my business. I notice how sometimes, or oftentimes, men don't approach women as much anymore. Now we know a scammer, whammer, triple OG like Nesto ain't got no problem approaching a woman, baby. He in the DM.
Nesto didn't have no problem.
He pulling up at the gas station.
Yeah.
He gonna talk to a woman, so we know he ain't got no problem. But let me ask you this, JB. Like I said, oftentimes I notice that men don't approach women in public spaces. They just kind of stare and look at them. And these are spaces where they're social spaces, where it's appropriate or it's encouraged to interact with women and talk to them. Why do you think that is, JB? I'm curious to what you think. Let us know in the chat. That's a question for you. Okay, let's keep on with the comments. The Vanity Chronicle said Shirley is fully obsessed with the image of Shirley Strawberry, the wannabe hot girl at 70, and said,
"Now she looking good now.
She looks good. God has preserved her. Shirley Strawberry looks amazing. We ain't gonna never take that away from her now. We're gonna always get somebody they prop. Even when Lil Mama when she have every other hairstyle outside of the 1B yacky high ponytail, it be cute. I'm gonna give her price. And even Nesto said he ain't really fooling with that ponytail. And side note, how many damn times he gotta tell her he don't like that high ponytail? She don't care. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results.
Well, we know she crazy.
She really think he gonna say something different about the ponytail and she keep wearing it. Anyway, y'all, let me get back on topic. On subject. Okay, Natasha said the internet has these men thinking they special. The internet is an interesting place. And you know what? Speaking of the internet, Natasha, I feel like with the internet, like when you watch these different dating shows like Kendra G Singles Live show that she does, for example. I'll use that for example. One thing I've learned to be true about both men and women is that none of us we all want somebody better than us. And we can tie that back to Nesto. And Nesto don't want no woman on his level, not for real. He only went after women who he perceived as being better than him, i.e. women who had more financially, more disposable income. You know, he only wanted to pair up with business-minded women. Now, he would still play around with the women who weren't like that, you know, something to play with on the side. But the women that he actually pursued and tried to, you know, marry, those were women who were, in a way, quote unquote, better than him. Yeah. They had more. Yeah. And I just noticed that about people, you know, especially, you know, looking with the conversations online. We all want somebody better than us, most people. They don't want to date themselves. We like, I want somebody better.
But is that wrong?
Oh, is that wrong? I mean, depending on who you asking. Depends on who you asking. What y'all think in the chat? I don't know. It depends on. I mean, I think if you want somebody better than you, and you can,
I don't want
you can
anybody better than me. I want someone to come along and enhance.
Okay.
So is that better?
I mean, not. And when I say better, y'all, it don't necessarily have to be like, you have more integrity than me, or it could be just something. Maybe that person is more financially stable.
Okay.
Or maybe they're more
okay.
structured. Maybe they're more disciplined. I'm just throwing that as an example. Because just because somebody has more financially doesn't mean they're better. But I'm just speaking, generally speaking, to give an example. But no, I don't think it's necessarily wrong if you want somebody better, especially if you can get it.
There you go.
Who are me to judge?
Okay.
Who are me to judge? Okay. The Vanity Chronicle said, she's clearing up her previous statement. Instead of being happy and at peace, like you said, Fifi, the snakes pick up on insecurity and use that.
Yes.
Sanders RN 23 said, at Glorious Love, I want to do travel on my own, but I get overcome with fear. What could happen on the trip?
Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, that's real.
Let's see. Glorious Love is responding to Sanders RN 23. Don't be. There are a lot of solo female travelers out here. Now I was so surprised. Yeah,
it is.
Kelly said, I'd rather have a sugar daddy without the sugar.
Now, Kelly.
All right, Kelly, be careful what you ask for. You start rubbing that leg, rubbing that eye, trying to check the temperature to see what's up with it. Okay. Because they're going to try. Even if y'all agree it's no sugar, they're going to still try.
Yep.
Glorious Love said, I meant don't be afraid, Sanders RN23. You got it. Sanders RN23 is responding to Glorious Love. Great. I'm going to take my first solo trip to New York for a Broadway show. Hopefully I get to go to Greece in a year. Nice. Glorious Love said, girl, that's all I want to do is date. Kelly said, okay, as long as I have something to eat, child, I'm great. Glorious Love said, good for you, Sanders RN23. Natasha said, Boneytail is an agent of chaos. That's why she's with Nesto.
Yes.
Kelly said, I wish I had the nerve to solo travel. Glorious Love is saying, thank you all for the support in the chat. Glorious Love said, I love solo travel. She also said, yeah, men look and stare.
Yeah.
JB said, please repeat the question on my way home from work driving. Okay, so my question is, I notice that often when I'm out in social settings that are usually designed for men and women to meet and communicate and, link up, get to know each other. I notice that oftentimes men just stop and they stare. They look at the women as they walk by, they checking them out, but oftentimes they rarely say anything to the women. You'll have the few minority of men that'll walk up to a woman and they'll start conversations. But for the most part, the men just kind of post up and watch the women walk by. And again, this is a social setting where it's encouraged and for, people to communicate. The women go there looking for the men. And of course, the men go there to look for the women. So my question to you is, why do you think that is? Why do you think the men are, so hesitant to speak to the women? And, instead of just watching them walk past, why not say something? Mm-hmm. Just curious to hear your thoughts, JB. Okay, Glorious Love said, and Shirley can dress her behind now. Yeah. She be sharp now.
Oh, yeah.
She be sharp. Afternoon Rosa said, Wi-Fi and snacks is where it's at. I love that. Yes. Red lipstick hustler Lily. Hello, beautiful. Hi. Hello. AW said, Nesto is a petty pimp. He thinks he's slick, but not slick. That's why he back in jail.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely thinks he's smarter than what he is.
Thing is, he act like he don't know why he there, y'all. He's still stuck on the I ain't even think I won't steal. I don't even know why.
Okay. What? So you talking about the most recent calls with Dion from April of 2024, and in his heart, he truly do believe that he is an innocent man being wrongfully accused, and he is fighting for his life. Not killing him. He's fighting for his life. That's what be getting me. Okay, that man really do believe he's innocent. I'm just astounded. Like, wow, the Delulu. He living in straight up Delulu. Okay. Kelly is laughing. Glorious Love said, Me too. Sugar-free daddy. Okay, so glorious love. That's what we call a Splenda daddy. You want a Splenda daddy. Okay. The Todd Diva said there are solo travel groups you can try. Yes, there are a lot of Black female centered solo travel groups. Okay. So, if you want to travel with the group, a lot of times people curate travel experiences with other single like-minded Black women. So you can find them on social media like Instagram. If you want to do that, maybe you could start off doing that, and then you could eventually branch off and start solo traveling on your own. Just a suggestion. Let's see. Philly John, I say, yeah, these quote unquote new men think they are the prize.
For sure.
Glorious Love said, it's the toothless ones that say something to women, not the toothless ones. Or the missing side tooth, Glorious Love. That be killing me. Let me stop.
Glorious Love, I wasn't expecting that from you.
Okay. JB is responding to my question. He said fear of rejection. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
So is it so Jay, let me ask you a follow-up question. Because I heard a gentleman say that typically the men that have no problem addressing women are typically like the quote-unquote players. Because they don't fear rejection. They like, I'm out here. So what do you think about that, Jay? I know we have our own side conversations in the chat, but what do you think about that? Like, if a man is super comfortable and confident in approaching a woman, do you think at times he could potentially have ulterior motives? We know Nesto ain't had no problem, baby. Nesto was in them DMs. He was out there. But anywho, let me see. Afternoon Roses said men are hesitant today due to Me Too movement. Okay. That's another perspective.
Yeah.
So you saying Afternoon Roses, they're afraid of potentially being accused of sexual harassment. And they don't want to be labeled that way. So sometimes they don't feel like it's safe to approach a woman. But is that in a way kind of like I think that has validity. It's a fair point. But sometimes I think people use that as a cop out. Like, just don't say inappropriate things and you should be okay. But I don't know. That's a good point. Something to ponder on. Let me see. Glorious Love said, I guess the toothless ones don't fear rejection either because they have no problem.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Cass said, don't actually harass and they don't have to be worried about it.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's kind of go into the more recent phone calls from Prison Drop from April 2024 between Dion and Ernesto. And Fifi, we were talking about how you were cracking up when Dion was telling Ernesto when he do these podcasts to calm down. He gets so excited and get to mixing up his words and mixing his words.
I don't like when you do them podcasts.
He got the mush mouth.
You be all over the place, Daddy. Stop doing them podcasts because you get your word all mixed up.
He be trying. He be so flustered.
Yeah, Dion is trying to help his daddy as much as he can in his possible way that he knows how. He's trying to tell his daddy, Daddy, just shut up. Shut up, Daddy. Okay? You down bad right now, but you're gonna be okay. Just shut up, Daddy. And it's like how,
but he can't.
And his daddy, Dion, has only known his daddy to be locked up probably for most of his life. So Dion is kind of accustomed to it. You gonna be all right. You been down before. You know what to do. They talk about him being locked up like it's just a normal cycle of life for him.
Because it is. It is. That's it. And then had the nerve to tell my son, every time I would get out of jail, I get all my kids together so to make sure they knew each other. I was never the type to hide my kids from nobody. And you don't even talk to 4 out of the 6 you have. A mess.
Yeah, it is just a mess.
A mess.
And Dion said he holding his daddy down. Y'all out here talking about he a felon.
He did check y'all. He checked y'all.
He said he is not a felon and he does have a barbershop.
Yeah.
And y'all trying to act like he don't put no money on his daddy book.
And it's money on his book.
And it's money on his book.
So stop playing with that man. He got y'all right together.
Yes. He got us right together. And he's still Team Shirley.
He is.
He say them his fault.
He said he hate the way things went down with you and the missus. I sure do hate that. Them my fault.
Yep. That's what Dion said.
Dion said he had to let Pops know that she filed them papers.
Yep.
Sanders RN23 said, could anyone understand their much mouth? Yeah, you definitely have to take your time to concentrate and listen to decipher what they're saying. Sanders RN23. For sure. Okay, JB is responding to me. He said, empty barrels make the most noise. Interesting. Okay.
I get it. Yeah.
Yes. Cass said, couldn't understand a lot of that jibber jabber. I was appalled. Okay, Cass, we all appalled. Okay. We all are appalled. Okay. Yeah. We need to put in a class action suit because we have just been appalled by this whole situation. Traumatized. All right. JB said men of substance don't use megaphones. That was a bar right there.
Yes.
Let's see you, Joe. Okay.
Welcome to the dynamic family.
All right, then. Okay. Mixing it up, getting different perspectives.
Yeah.
All right. Afternoon Roses said Dion is a fraud. Shirley shouldn't trust him either. You know what?
We have several people who have said that in our chat.
Yes, Afternoon Roses. I mean, I know Dion care about Shirley, but I wouldn't trust him either. I wouldn't. You know, yes, I could hold space for him on that call, on the older calls with Nesto and him wanting his dad and wanting to connect and missing his dad, you know, especially around his birthday. But I can also still feel like hold space and acknowledge the fact that he isn't that much better than his dad and that he lacks integrity too. And that's just the truth. She got to watch Dion too. And I think that he does care about her, but he cannot be trusted. Both things can be true at the same time. You know, it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
She got to watch him too. Glorious Love said it was like mush and slush talk.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think too, like, it's mush talk, but it's also, y'all, it's real heavy Atlanta lingo. So I think because, you know, I'm from Atlanta, I can understand what they're saying. It's still mush mouth. And like, we're not going to ignore the fact that Ernesto misses his word. He mispronounces things like mind-boggling, you know. But yeah, it's definitely got that distinct Atlanta twang slang to it, and then part of it is just illiterate too. We just gonna tell it like it is. But yeah, I Natasha said, I agree. At Afternoon Roses, Dion was there when his father was making girls get naked. Right.
Ooh.
He was. And allegedly. And you know, listening to shout outs to I Am Hazel, her, you know, do that follow-up interview, with Grown Woman Vibes. It was just like, ugh. I feel like Dion needs to get called to the carpet too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, after watching that live with Hazel and Grown Woman Vibes. Yeah, he needs to get called to the carpet too. Afternoon Roses said Dion will always be Team Nesto.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he love his daddy.
Cass said 4th grade dropouts, both of them. Hilarious. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Any final words, parting words you want to give Fifi? We're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here. We've been on for about 2 hours. This is a good live. This is a good show. Anything else you got?
Nah, I don't have nothing else. I just, Nesto down bad and Dre gone.
And it's what, the court hearing in June?
In June. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be in June, 45 days from indictment. So we looking somewhere around the second week of June, third week of June. Pammy Pam, we need for you to come and give us a live. Let us know how
I think she is coming down to follow the case.
Okay. Pammy Pam.
I feel like I remember her saying that.
Okay, good. Nesto down bed and Dre gone.
Hell, we may peek our head in too, child.
We might go down there. You think we should?
We might pull up on them.
What we gonna do?
Pull up on them. See what the hell going on. We might. Glorious Love is laughing at Cass. The Vanity Chronicle said Nesto has a lack of education, but swears he was educated and knowledgeable about all things. Oh yeah, for sure. Leo Vibe said, I wonder how Dion close to Nesto and not the other brother. Yes. Glorious Love said, hit the like. Yes, we got 81 people in the chat. Y'all, please hit the like. It costs nothing to hit the like. Please. You guys hitting the like button helps boost our engagement. So please, y'all, hit the like button. If y'all rock with us the long way, I'm throwing some Atlanta lingo. Please hit the like button, y'all. And be sure to click the notification bell so you can actually be notified each and every single time we go live. All right. Thank you, Afternoon Roses. Leo Vibe said they have the same mom and dad, that brother. Yes, he does.
Okay.
Cass said, so y'all got more time to prepare. Not Cass trying to hold us accountable.
Marilyn, go down there, Cass. I'm thinking about going down there because I need to see who's gonna be there.
Yeah, Marilyn Brown. Hey, Marilyn. I'm late to the party tonight. Have to go watch the replay. Yes. Catch the replay. JB said, good show. Think I'll subscribe. Jay, don't think about it. Be about it, brother. Now, Jay. Come on, black man. Black woman to black man. Go on here and subscribe, my brother. Go on here and subscribe.
We appreciate your input. Welcome to the dynamic family.
Don't think about it, brother. Be about it. Come on now. Come on, black man. And like the video too while you at it, Mr. J. All right. Cross Country Cruiser said, dang, I missed the live. I'm hitting replay now. Blessed night. Yes. Hey, Cross Country Cruiser. Hey. Yes, please catch the replay. All right, y'all. So that's all we got. We ain't got no more. Again, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We appreciate you guys for spending your Thursday night with us. You could be doing anything else in the world tonight, but you decided to spend it with us. So we definitely don't take that for granted, and we appreciate it. Uh-oh, Jay, they telling you we need you, Jay. We need you, JB. Come on, black man. We need you, brother.
Come on here. We have a good time over here on the Family Nicole and Fifi show.
Good night, just Friday. Thank you, the tall diva. JB putting the sweat emoji. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Come on, black man. Come on now. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Tasha said, love the show. All right. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys later, okay? Y'all have a great night. Bye. Bye. Like the video.
Turn your notifications on.
Yes. Bye-bye, everyone.